Everyone, hello. Let's wait for everyone to accumulate. I'm sure we've got a few people eager to witness the 37th episode.
Yep, 37th episode.
It's the 37th episode, guys. It's Wednesday the 18th?
Yeah, the 18th.
The 18th of September 2024, 97 days for Christmas. Not far off October. You join us live from our HQ here in sunny Cleveland, and not forever actually. We had quite a few people come and view the our warehouse yesterday. As you may or may not know, it's up for sale, but it means that we've got a definitive date that we need to be out of here. We are it's going to be the end of next year. That's when our lease is up. So JLC's home will be moving. Where that looks like yet is we don't know. It's going to be hopefully somewhere a bit more local. Well, hope we're somewhere local because a lot of us are from the area, and the area is Bristol, aka Avon. We're in Cleveland at the moment, lovely sunny side town. But yeah, this is like a little venture that we've been doing. This is called JLC TV Live. This is a chance for you guys to join us, join me, join the community of JLC, and it's five viewers.
One viewer.
Fantastic. That's a record low.
I think it's Kelly.
Yeah. So yeah, look, join Kelly. Join Kelly, join me, and join Bex. A three-way conversation. We'll talk about business. We're talking about we got some JLC products in the warehouse. Of course, if you don't already know, we're a JLC distribution company. We are we distribute all things IT peripheral based, from cables to accessories to phone devices. Recently, phone accessories as well. We're the whole. I'd say we were the modern day stationer. Back in the day when I used to sell stationery, the name of the game used to be it used to be A4 paper. A4 paper was the one, but at the moment now it's kind of like you traded in A4 paper for tempered glass. I'd say that was kind of the equivalent. Every device now, or every company, lots of companies rely on smart devices to keep their business operational. Whether that's smartphones, whether that's tablets, maybe that's kiosks, scanners for the warehouse. Every section of a company or an organization has some form of smart device, and we cater for those smart devices. So as we modernize into this ever-evolving technology world, we're finding more and more option and more products that we can sell. So back when we first started doing this in, I don't know, 2000, end of 2014, it was kind of like just at the right time, because where this was born in an e-commerce retail site. This is a retail product, basically. It was, because the smartphone wasn't really being used much in public sector. It wasn't being used much in enterprise. But as we started to increase our retail sales, we noticed that businesses started to buy this type of product. And then was born JL Corporate. So we noticed the gap in the market. We dropped the gear and we went for it. And here we are. 50 members, or it might be, about 50 employees strong now, spread across 2 continents, one in the UK, one in Europe, Armello, Netherlands. Shout out to Owen and the team out there holding it down. And yeah, it's been a forever growing journey, and it's one that I've been a part of for 11 and a half years.
Kelly would like to know what device you use every day personally. I
use the iPhone 12 Pro. It has not let me down. I used to go for the clout chasing. I used to go for the new one. But I think as you kind of grow up a little bit, you know that it's I'm talking personally, okay? So I don't want to go into it too much, but I'd say the iPhone 12 Pro has suited me just fine for what I need it for. Communicating with my suppliers, communicating with customers, communicating with friends. It's been a good overall for me, and I've always been an Apple user over Android, so that might spark some debate between us three. Maybe you've got a weird flip one though, haven't you?
Yeah, I got the Android.
That's
the new one out, isn't it?
Is that the new one? Is it? You fancy devil? Let's have a look. Wow. It's just like a little bit of a crease though. It's the only thing I would say, but you can't really see it. It is hot, isn't it? That is weird. Fair play.
You can take your own pictures.
Yeah, you can just do that, can you?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, look. Hello. That's quite fun actually.
That is quite fun.
That's quite fun. Yeah, fair play. That's a bit of fun. And then you were saying that there's the new Huawei one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a new Huawei one. It's the trifold.
Three or five? How many times does it fold?
I think it was 3 times. Yeah.
Just made me think. Then you can only fold a piece of paper 8 times, right?
Oh yeah, you actually can.
Yeah,
So
can you imagine?
There'll be a device.
Do you reckon there'll be a device that they'll be able to fold like 9 times, like defying odds? You know, it could be the 9 flip. Who knows? But yeah, you can only fold a piece of paper 8 times. I just remember that. I'm not sure why you'd want a device that. I'm not sure why you'd want a device that folds 8 times, but who knows?
Maybe they want it like that size so it could fit in their pocket.
Yeah. I felt like they've done the really small phone. I think people don't want small phones. They wanted because I think they tried the small phones. I mean, although look, the iPhone SE is, a nod to that. The iPhone SE now, actually, I remember when the iPhone 5 came out, that was a lot bigger than the iPhone 3 or the iPhone 4. But now you try the iPhone 5, and it's like, this is a miniature iPhone, isn't it? Have you ever had that? Have you ever seen the iPhone SE?
Yeah, it's like really.
It's quite nice.
But the reason why I like the flip is because it reminds me of back in the late 90s when the phones come out. You used to have flip phones.
The flip phones, I remember the flip phones. Yeah, the Nokia, the GX10. Remember the GX10? That was good. Yeah, the flip phones were always cool. It's kind of like you meant like you're in business, you know. Like,
yeah. The aerial pops out.
Yeah, the aerial, nice. Yeah. Did the aerial actually ever make any difference? No. Well, look, we've come a long way since then, anyway, and now we've got phones that fold, and maybe we might see a fold that defies odds and flips more than once. Do we have any more questions before I dive into coffee thoughts?
No more questions.
No worries, that's fine. All right, guys. So my role is I work heavily with sales. I'm a head of new business here, so I'm always looking for new ways to increase revenue. I'm always looking for new ways to improve my coffee intake, and just trying to explore areas of growth for the business. Upstairs, the sales team upstairs, about 10 of us, we represent the majority of the VARs, the value-added resellers in the UK. We work with majority of them. It's probably an easier list, a shorter list, and tell you what ones we don't work with. But there's 17,500 resellers in the UK. So the business is right for the plucking. And I've come up with, I've pinched it, but every now and again, it's always like, I don't claim to know everything. I'm forever always learning myself. I've just kind of learned as I go, really. And because I was born in the warehouse, I started my career in the warehouse, the sales career. So I'm pretty much self-taught, really. We had a few sales mentors come in and teach me the art of the sale, art of the deal. But I've kind of always been exposed to it. And when we've got new guys in that are starting, I always like to, I kind of work with them, and we go through like a step level of process. So there's 6 levels of process, and I'll go into them now whilst I make my coffee, see if I can do it whilst multitasking. Number one is prospecting. Prospecting is the art of finding your customer. Find who wants your product. It's not the art of try and sell anything. If they don't want it, they've got no desire for it, there's no point in selling it to them. That's why I never really liked that whole sell me this pen thing. So like a person that's probably not as overtly or been exposed to sales much, and they'll say, oh yeah, sell me this pen. They'll try and sell you the pen. Oh, it's the best pen in the world, best pen. Ultimately, if you don't want the pen, you don't need the pen, you're not going to buy the pen. So we need to, when prospecting, step one, we need to find who wants the pen. We need to find who wants your product. So we use things like LinkedIn. The internet is a very powerful tool, and still is forever evolving. Even ChatGPT, you can explain what your customer is, what customer you are, a supplier, what you sell, and then ask it what kind of customers you need to go for. If you really have got no support, you haven't got likes of me or any other sales leaders or mentors supporting you, you can literally just ask ChatGPT. It is wild. So we need to prospect. That's step one. Step two, discovery. Discovery, an important process. Discovery is to identify. So once you find your ideal customer and they want what you're selling, then we need to understand what what their problems are. That you could be sort of booking a meeting. You could be and you just sit there and you listen to their issues, their problems, their issues that you're all going to solve with your product. Right. So once you've got that, we go on to demo. Number 3, demo is obviously very important. Demo, it could be the looks of either you're sending some hardware units. Here we sell hardware, so we'll be sending demo units, or maybe we can jump on a Teams call with a customer. And depending on what we found out in discovery, demo is the chance to demonstrate how we're going to resolve those issues, those problems. Maybe the customers for us, our customers' issues are trying to claw back margin lost on deals. So deals that are being sold, let's say they sold 1,000 iPhone devices, and they're up against every big reseller in the UK, and I mean everyone, because everyone goes for the same deal these days. It's public sector, they're not loyal. They will go out to everyone to try and get the best price. We separate men from the boys, and we offer our JLC product to go with that, and then that makes them more money. So that's their problem. They're not making enough margin on the bigger deals. So that's number 3. Number 3 was we solved the demo. And then we've got number 4. I see Ricky in my corner of my eye trying to put me off, but I've been doing this for days. I don't get put off, and this is what I love, and this is what I do. Number 4 is close. An important part of it, closing. Always be closing. We don't want to just sell them the world. Obviously, we're honest salesmen here. We're not a cut and run. We haven't been here for 14 years by doing that. So we need to be honest, and we need to understand that, that if they want what we've got, then absolutely happy days. So number 4 is closing. Closing is getting to sign the dotted line, getting to move forward with it. And because we are quite separated from the end user, we're very different in the sense that we just need to make sure that we've done 1, 2, and 3 done correctly, and number 4 should just happen organically. It's not like a hard sell for us, because ultimately it's the end user, it's the customers using our products who ultimately make the final decision. But if we've done 1, 2, and 3 correctly with our VARs and our new customers, then number 4 should come organically. Number 5 is delivery, because we want to make sure the products are delivered, a follow-up. Our services have been executed, the problems have been resolved. I find that this can be one of the most important parts and most overlooked part of the sales process. So call up your customer, drop them an email, make sure all of maybe if you're using or relying different departments to fulfill orders or anything like that from your closing deal, loop in all partners, make sure all of your sectors of your business are all singing from the same hymn sheet, all in unison, all acting together, and making sure your customer is happy and fulfilled. Because then if they are, then number 6 should be referral. Number 6 is referral. So if you've done a good job and they're happy with your service, rinse and repeat. Ask them, said, look, have you got any of your colleagues for us? When we work with a VAR, when we work with a value-added reseller, more often than not, there's more than one account manager working there, and each account manager represents different firms. An account manager can have anywhere from 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 accounts. And all of a sudden, if you're dealing with a VAR and value-added reseller, this is, got a 500, 100 account managers. Do the math. That's a lot of business in there as well. So if you've done a good job with one account manager, more often than not, they've got a tight circle. Maybe they've got a click. Maybe they work in the public sector. Maybe they work with the enterprise or stuff like that. They'll know somebody, like, for example, like upstairs, I'd be like, oh, yeah, well, look, Penny, I work with so-and-so. They did a really good job. Maybe you try them. Or Joel, I work with so-and-so. And it's just a referral. And then just rinse and repeat. Do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 again. And then hopefully when their product's up for a refresh and things like that, you'll get compounding interest on those deals. So that's kind of like how we teach the upstairs. That's theory. Of course, practical always works differently. When pushing people into their uncomfortable scenario, people would offend their comfort zone. But of course, that's all part of learning. That's all part of the process. But that's the 6-step rule. That's as far as that's good. I mean, and we know it works because we've been doing it from the beginning, and it has been working. So, yeah.
A couple of new people tuning in.
Great. Who have we got?
Someone called Perry the Platypus.
Perry the Platypus. All right.
Hi, mate.
Hello, Perry.
And Zishan says, hello, where is James?
Where is James? Good question. Ow. Where is James? Well, James was in earlier. He's probably, I don't know where he's gone.
I feel like he popped out earlier.
That's one of the luxuries of running your own business, isn't it? You can, you're not tethered to the business. You can be out and about. You can be, to be fair, it is lunchtime as well. So it is 1 p.m. You could be going off getting food. Who knows? But he will be running the show tomorrow, actually, because I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I'm seeing a customer with Natalie. Will be on the road all day, so I won't be here. So it will be James. So tomorrow is James. But yeah, he picked up on the show yesterday or the day before. The day before, I think it was on the Monday, right? So.
Perry also says that James told him about the JLC TV channel, so be a friend of James.
Oh, you're here for James. Well, I appreciate the support, and this is just another venture that we've been doing. This is like a whole part of trying to record JLC's journey. JLC's journey has metamorphosized over the years. I've been here 11.5 years. I was one of the first guys to start all this. I was the first guy to pick up the phone. So it's the best. I'm the best storyteller to tell its transition, and James has also stepped in as well, and he picks over the leads as well. So yeah, thank you guys for coming in and supporting the show. We're going to go and have a look at some products now in our warehouse. So follow me. I've made my coffee. I'm ready to go. Do you have any other questions?
No other questions at the moment.
That's okay. Right. A familiar aging site, a lovely sunny warehouse. This is our JLC warehouse. This is where the majority of the work, this is where the majority of the orders are fulfilled. We've got all of our orders, all of our station. Actually, let's show you just while we've got all of our orders come down here. Goes for QC. This is our delivery area, looking like a bit of a mess, but don't be put off. This is organized chaos, and we've got everyone working down there. You can just see them working away. I know a few of them don't like to be on camera, so we won't go into it too much. But this is where all of the QC happens. This is where all the order picking happens. All of the stock that you see here is well organized. This is all managed by Arlene and Luke and a few of the main heads supporting them as well. This is organized chaos, and this is what has been working so well. So yeah, it's going to be sad to leave, but I feel like the next place is going to be epic, and it's going to be huge, and it's going to be the next step for us. So it is, watch this space, and it's all going to be documented on JLC TV Live, because this is the whole point. Sometimes we look back on milestones over the course of the year through like WhatsApp and Facebook when people were using it, and Instagram and stuff like that. And we look at photos of like how young we were. Like remember the first big order? I remember we did some really big orders with like Avon and Somerset Constabulary at the time. That was like a crazy, massive order. And now to us, like now that would still be a big order, but that would just be a good day. Whereas before, that was a great month. So to document the story is important. And I feel like I read this really good. Hello there. Hello. I read this really good. Actually, it was a bit of content I saw on LinkedIn. It was a load of brands, well-known brands that you see, right? And they say, these aren't a brand. This isn't a brand. It was a Nike. It was a Adidas. It was a Apple. Well-known logos. And it's more, the brand isn't necessarily the brand that, okay, I know that for making shoes. I know that for making tech. I know it's the story. The story is the brand. And I feel like JLC has just got such an epic story. We started from the beginning. We worked our way up from nothing. And and I feel like documenting that story is important. And we're always learning on the way as well. So, and it's great to like accumulate a good community as well. And anyone that can weigh in or throw some advice, or maybe we can throw some advice as well ourselves. That's always really positive. So I feel like there's good things to come.
On that, Perry says, have you got any advice for a beginner?
For a beginner in business, or for a beginner, just a beginner?
He says just a beginner.
Just a beginner. Oh, okay. Just turn up. So the hardest thing is just turning up. Just turning up and getting something done. It all begins from just the beginning of the day. It won't always be the best day. It won't always be the greatest day. It won't always go the way that you want it to. A business plan never goes to plan, but it's all about turning up. Turning up is the hardest thing. Walking through the front door is the hardest thing, and then let the rest follow as well. Just turn up on the day, I would say, because my journey here it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but ultimately, if you take a step back and have a look, it's always gone up. Even some days where it looks like it's plummeted and gone down, it eventually always goes up. I would just say, just turn up on the day. Depending on whatever venture you're doing. Is it platypus?
Yeah.
Whatever your venture you're doing, platypus, just turn up, mate. Just turn up, get it done, or get something done, or start something. If it's starting a new business, or maybe you're putting off having a conversation with someone, or maybe, I don't know, it could be anything. Just sometimes it's that voice in your head telling you that you're either not good enough, or yours wait until tomorrow, or anything like that. I would just walk through the front door and get it done.
He said hard times make strong people.
Totally. What is it they say? Calm seas don't make great sailors. So yeah. There's a lot of acronyms there as well, so a lot of sayings, but I feel like Arthur was going to say something then, but yeah. And look, we're all part of it as well, and we've all been through it. We've all had the trials and tribulations here at JLC. So and I don't claim to know everything. I'm just the one standing in front of the camera, just talking the loudest and talking the most. So I'm putting myself in the spotlight. So with that, unless we've got any other questions.
No other questions at the moment.
Let's get into some JLC products. Right. So Right, we know we do accessories, we know we do cases, all of that, right? So we've got some key examples here. During the pandemic, we did really well and still are doing well. We managed to capture some of that market share as well. We've got our Phonic series headset. We've got Phonic V1s. These are the first ones. Actually got some nice JLC branding on there as well. We try and brand everything JLC, whereas we've said before, JLC is not just the logo, it's the story that we tell, it's the assurance that the product is not going to fail you. And should it ever do, then you've got 3 years to claim on the warranty as well. We do a 3-year electrical warranty. And we've just got the brand as well, just to get that brand reassurance in there as well. We've got, so the headsets, again, really popular. We do lots of those. We've got lots of variations. We got my style little product here, the connected headset that's limited to 85 decibels to protect child's hearing. We had this product made especially. I could talk about our product all day. It's going to do some serious numbers and still is at the moment. We got a partner that's teamed up with us that we're starting to push that product through, and it's really exciting.
On talking about products, Perry would like to know, where do we get our products from?
We get them from the Middle East. We get all of our products in the Middle East. It's all in China. We are diversifying. We are having a look at some other vendors. We are always open to new vendors. I believe we're having some talks with other people in other countries as well. So we're not putting all eggs in one basket, but we've been working with a particular vendor for, well, James has forged that relationship over, I would say, a 15, 16 year. So, and out there, it can be very tough. So that relationship, it's worth its weight in gold. So, there's a lot of trust that goes both ways. It's like a friend. I know the guy as well. I know him well. And I've been working with his counterpart as well that I speak with on a day-to-day. So it's all over there. And there's some other countries as well that are probably we're probably gonna bring into the fold as well, because it's good, as I said, to diversify depending on what product you're in. Of course, it does vary depending on what product, hardware, solution, whatever you want to sell will depend on where you want to go. I would urge to do your research, because some countries are better known for other things, and sometimes it could be a USP not to be even in China. Who knows? Who knows what that's going to be? I hear a lot of things happening in the Netherlands, in the Nordics as well, in places in Africa as well. They've got great supply chains, and depending on what product you're going forward, would dictate what country you're going to go to buy that particular product. Yeah, it's all exciting times, and if you're looking at starting, we love to hear about it. So please, do keep us updated. Right, so we've got other adapters in here as well. So adapters are a great product to shift because they're universal as well. And when we're talking about filling a 6,000 square foot warehouse, we've got to be careful with products going end of life, products becoming redundant, because our customers rely on us to hold stock and ship quickly. So adapters are a great product because they've got a long lifespan depending on the port. But if we, let's say, this Type C one is probably going to be around for at least another 3 or 4 years, in the sense that we know that the Type C port isn't going to go anywhere just yet. It's replacing slowly the USB-A. USB-C is a lot faster. You can transfer data a lot quicker. It's a faster charging, all of the above. So we know that Type C port is going to be around, and we know they're being used and rolled out universally with most electronic devices now. So that's great news for us. It means that we can stock this product and we can buy a lot in, which means prices go down, which means customers really get the benefit, because if you buy with us, if you buy in volume, we offer discounts. So it means that we can stock a lot here without risk of it going end of life, which means that we won't take up vital space in this warehouse, which is ultimately cost us the reason why we need to leave. So so it's important about stock management, and it's great. And I guess we're learning as we go as well. And so that one's a great product. We've got another one here. It's very similar. We've got some legacy ports on there, the VGA. This enables you to use your laptop, which has no laptops now, but they have minimal ports. So this basically enables your laptop to use more than one screen. So most people that are working from home use 2 screens. So this enables that, and you don't have to pay extra for ports on your device, which could cost a lot more money. Any more questions?
Kelly would like to know, how are your houseplants doing?
How are my houseplants doing? They're fine, actually, thanks, Kel. I've got a rubber cheese plant that's really fussy at the moment, umming and ahhing. And one time it's really weird as plants. One minute they could be doing really well, and like, oh my God, they're growing all these new leaves, like growing quickly, growing fast. And you think, wow, nothing's going to stop that. And then it just starts to die. My rubber cheese plant is is following that pattern at the moment. So it's a great question, Kel. Thank you. But the rubber cheese plant isn't doing so well. I've got a few others that could be doing better that are just holding in there. But plants are fussy. Plants are like us, you know. But when they start to show that they're in stress, like you don't know whether it's because you've just moved them or is it because you've overwatered them. Or for me, and it's like an area of my life that I always need to work on, is consistency. So I need to water them consistently. I need to make sure and check up on them consistently. I need to make sure I'm performing consistently. So yeah, consistency is one of the main things. It's probably one of the main attributes for a plant. You need to consistently water it, or consistently not water it, or something like that.
Perry, the platypus, would like to know which e-commerce platform does works the best in your opinion.
Okay, not an area that I can comment on too much, but I know from experience, Jammy Lizard, when we were there, Amazon worked really well, eBay really well, depending on what product you're on. I've got some experience working with Etsy, depending on, again, it all depends on the product, platypus. All depends on the product. For example, Etsy's great for like handmade products or things that are a little bit more niche. I heard Vinted doing some really big numbers right now.
Yeah, Vinted is doing really well.
Wherever the people are present, and the people are present on Vinted, people have had enough with high paying or overpaying for their fashion accessories, their clothes, even baby stuff as well, all sold on Vinted. Vinted is crazy because it's the illusion that you're getting something for a fraction of the cost. And because people are there and people just have this mania about them plowing to the site. You know, my girlfriend, for example, she buys things from other people on Vinted to then resell on Vinted and makes money. So you know, you can do it anywhere. So depending on what the product, I would So if you've got a product in mind, please do share, and I'll try and give you my best. But it's not my area of expertise. Although I have been privy to a lot of e-commerce selling. We've got Amazon. We used to sell on eBay. Amazon in Europe as well. Amazon Germany, France, all those kinds of things. So I know Amazon's got its own fulfillment site, so FBA, so they do all the drop shipping for you, so you don't need to stock. So yeah, there's lots of avenues. eBay as well, of course, is one of them.
No more questions at the moment.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, thank you so much for the engagement, guys. It's been great. I've liked this bit of back and forth. How many did we get up to? Because I see James is doing some numbers on it. Has he got 24?
We got 5 people on ours today.
5 people, okay.
But some new names, definitely.
Some new names, thank you. And look, I guess James is doing his bit to plug as well. So appreciate James the chat out, of course. Yeah, James will be on the show tomorrow. It's not going to be me. I'm visiting customers tomorrow because that's part of my job. That's my main job. I'm account director. So me and Natalie, we're going up to see one of our customers tomorrow. So if you're one of my customers seeing this, I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. And yeah, we will see you there. But until then, guys, I will see you on Friday. Thank you so much.